Guns, guns, guns. I'm pretty sure you hear most about it all the time. It's in movies, it's in music, and it's in games. Personally, I think no one should be allowed to have a gun unless they get permission from the government. What is everyone doing with the gun? Because it's so dangerous in some countries, people even want a gun more because they want to protect themselves.
Here are some of the down effects of guns. Have you ever heard of the Trayvon Martin case? A kid was shot by a man named George Zimmerman. Maybe this guy George was just plain ignorant. But because guns are quite common, what really helped him commit this crime? Guns. Everyone thinks about guns, but they don't think too much of a big deal. But it is. You must understand everyone's perspective before judgments are made. Whether it's for self-defense, hunting, or committing crimes, guns are always viewed differently. Let me explain to you how this nasty circle works. There are the criminals that think they can get away with everything. Then there's the hunters that use guns only for wildlife purposes. And we have the innocent, the ones that are afraid of the criminals. I will explain to you how this circle works. First, we're going to be starting off with the criminals. Criminals are hard to catch. They carry weapons and they plan to use them. They can kick down your door and steal everything you have. But what are you going to do to stop them? Some people is the opposite of criminals. They can't defend themselves against anyone who wants to take what they want by force. The criminals are most likely usually to carry, and the victims are least able to get any kind of decent home security. The criminals don't rob each other, they rob innocent people. So what do those innocent people have for defense? Which brings me to the hunters. We have people that say, "Oh, I go hunting sometimes. It's my right to own a gun. My area is surrounded with wildlife and I need to protect my family. Suppose there's a bear that just shows up outside my door."
What you can get and how you can get it. In Canada, it's like a car. You prove you know how to safely operate it, then you get a card saying you're proven. In Canada, we have something called a PAL, a possession and acquisition license. It's a license that allows people in Canada to possess firearms as well as ammunition. The PAL license is valid for 5 years and it must be renewed. Once you're licensed, you can get a firearm. But if you have a PAL license and you've been convicted of certain offenses, they look into your previous convictions, like weapon offenses or drug abuse. This results in being denied of the application for the PAL. My argument is just stating that guns should not be allowed to purchase. Though it would be awesome if all around the world, guns being purchased could be illegal, especially to random people. But that's not the case. Even every country has different perspectives. Even our neighbor, the US. You could go down to the US, walk into Walmart, and just buy yourself a gun. It's that easy. Even though in Canada you require a license, it's not that hard to get a gun in Canada. It's rather a really quick process. Now you can see why this topic is so controversial. In conclusion, guns don't kill people. It's people that kill people. And you don't blame kitchen knives when people get cut. I think you don't. So, why blame guns? They're not exactly at fault. But in my perspective, I think guns should be illegal to the public, regardless, because of unsolved disputes that occur each time. Guns are just not worth it. They're useless and unnecessary to the public, but they are helpful to the government.
I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you very much.
Well, I like guns, I like the way they look. I like the shiny steel and the polished wood.